Hi, John. How are we?
Do you have time to talk?
Yeah, I can talk. Yep.
Not a good start in the Community Shield.
Yeah, sorry about that. I thought we actually played all right, though, to be fair.
We lost 2-0.
Yeah. Okay, so off the back of that, look, as I said, I thought we played quite well, so hopefully we can play similar against Arsenal. It's usually a game with lots of goals in it, and we can get off to the Premier League on a flying start. As we know, Community Shield often doesn't actually mean that much, does it?
Sure. What's happening with the recruitment department?
Yes, I've rejigged the scouts as well. They haven't arrived yet, but they are on the way. New scouts, new director of football. We should be getting some better scout recommendations soon, so I can hopefully spend all your money.
Feel free not to.
I'd like to spend all of it, though.
Well, make sure it's spent wisely.
Okay, thanks, John.
That's all for now, Shaun. Let's get off to a winning start against Arsenal.
Yep, don't worry. We'll do the job against Arsenal, I promise. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 3 of Quadruple or Nothing here on Shaun Does FM. I hope you are doing well, and coming up today, we kick off the Premier League season with a trip to the Emirates to take on the team currently in real life who are on top of the table in Arsenal. So if you are looking forward to today's episode, then do remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already and are enjoying this series here on the channel, also remember to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well so you do not miss out on any of the FM23 content here on the channel. But this is our first game off the back of the Community Shield, which we did play in yesterday's episode. If you missed that one, I'll leave a link to it over in the top right corner. Fair to say things in that game did not go to plan, even though we didn't actually play that badly based on the stats and the highlights that we did see, at least in the first half. The second half, Manchester City certainly got on top of us, but off the back of that, I did say I was going to rejig our scouts here, because so far, not getting the best scouting recommendations here at Liverpool, and also our scouts ratings not that great. They are actually just above the Premier League average, but still, I thought it was an area that we could improve in, so we have fired quite a few scouts, as well as the director of football, and have some new people coming in to fill those roles, albeit their work permit decisions are not expected to be approved until around about the 17th of August. We are going to have to wait just a little bit before those scouts do come in, so we'll see if that will have any impact on this current transfer that we are in here at Liverpool. Of course, we do still have around about £45 million that we can spend, and hopefully I was looking to improve the midfield area, as I have discussed over the last couple of episodes. Also, I think we've found the player that we are definitely going to look at selling to try and get the funds up to get someone in like a Jude Bellingham, and that player is Naby Keita. We have now transfer listed him, and there's been a little bit of interest in him, as you can see there, wanted by both Inter Milan and Real Madrid. So hopefully he will leave the club and we can bring someone in potentially, as I said, like a Jude Bellingham, or if we can't quite get the money to go after him, we could drop down to someone who's a little bit more proven, as I've mentioned the last few episodes, like a Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, and either of those two players I think would be a decent upgrade on what we've currently got there in Naby Keita. And also Jude Bellingham, of course, is homegrown, trained in England as well, so that would be quite useful in terms of registration purposes for both the Premier League and the Champions League as well. But we are kicking off the Premier League season today against Arsenal. As you can see there, a few additions to our team from yesterday's players who are returning from injury, most notably in goal. Alisson is back. Beautiful timing. We have missed him for the entire pre-season, so hopefully a big improvement in goal today as he does come in for Adrian. And also Thiago's recovered from that injury that meant that he sat out the Community Shield against Manchester City. That does mean that Naby Keita can go to that box-to-box midfield role, which we have earmarked him for over Jordan Henderson. So in terms of our starting 11, we are actually at full strength for this first game of the Premier League season, but we do still have a few injuries down on the reserves and on the bench. Fabio Carvalho's just about ready to start a game, recommended for about 60 minutes. We can put him on what is an extended bench of 9 players these days, and also Calvin Ramsey and Diogo Jota are starting to begin their recovery phases from their injury as well. So hopefully we'll be getting a few more players coming back for tomorrow's episode, where I believe we're going to come back and take on Everton in a Merseyside derby. So hopefully a few more players available for our disposal in that big derby game. But we are starting off the Premier League season today, as I mentioned, taking on Arsenal. A quick look at the season preview off the back of what has happened so far in game transfer-wise. As you can see, Manchester City are the favourites, as you would expect. Liverpool the second favourites, and Arsenal all the way down in sixth, which is a little bit surprising based on how they are doing in real life, albeit maybe Football Manager doesn't think their squad is that strong. But of course, in real life, they have added some former Manchester City players, the likes of Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus, and alongside players like Martin Odegaard, it is quite a strong-looking Arsenal team in a way at the Emirates. This is going to be a good early test for us to see just how we might be able to do this upcoming Premier League season and hopefully bounce back from that defeat in the Community Shield yesterday. And hopefully we get quite a few goals like what is usually the case in these Arsenal-Liverpool games, especially those ones that are played at the Emirates. But we'll come back shortly with the team sheets for this first game of the Premier League season. We kick off at the Emirates, taking on Arsenal. And here are the team sheets for this Premier League opener. There are Arsenal. They are playing a 4-2-3-1, and as you would expect, it looks like their first choice 11 for this opening game of the Premier League season. We are going to be in the green uniforms today, and as I said before, we have got Thiago back and Alisson back as well, so hopefully that makes a big difference, and we can get off to a good start here in this Premier League opener. And 9 minutes into this one, our first highlight, as mentioned before, we are in the green. Obviously, Arsenal in the mainly red with the white sleeves and the shorts, and they get the ball back there early off the back of a throw, where Luis Diaz did just lose possession there from a slide tackle. Tomiyasu plays that ball over the top, but Virgil van Dijk does head that one back to Alisson Becker, our first sighting of him this season off the back of an injury, which did keep him out for the entire pre-season. Hopefully a big improvement in goal from what we previously had there in Adrian. And of course, Kelleher is still out with an injury as well, but Mo Salah makes his way inside the box. He takes on a shot, forces a save out of Ramsdale, and Darwin Núñez scores our opening goal of the save in the games that we have played, and also the opening goal in the Premier League season. Some great work here from Keita down the right-hand side, just switches us in for Mo Salah. Good first touch there. He takes on a shot from a narrow angle, but Ramsdale parries that to the path of the Uruguayan striker, who puts it away, and we take an early 1-0 lead. And 10 minutes off the back of that opening highlight and goal, Arsenal there were on the attack, but Thiago did win the ball back for us, albeit he just gives it away there, trying to find, I believe that would have been Luis Diaz on that left-hand side. And Arsenal now look to get something going here on the counter-attack. Tomiyasu in a lot of space, and that is a really good finish from the wing-back come centre-back, who today is playing it right back. And Arsenal grab an equaliser here right around the 20-minute mark. You can see off the back of us giving the ball away down our left-hand side. Smith Rowe into Xhaka, and Tomiyasu has just got far too much space there in the box and rifles that into the top left corner, and it is 1-1 here at the Emirates. And shortly off the back of that equaliser, we are back down the other end here for a corner, and Trent picks out Joel Matip at the near post. Didn't even have to go on one of his adventures for that one, and he puts it away in the bottom left corner. It is an instant reply, and just like that, we grab our 1-goal lead back here at the Emirates, a near post corner, and Matip gets on the end of it to put us back up by 2-1. And that is half time here in this Premier League opener. Just those 3 highlights for 3 goals, and thankfully 2 of those were in our favour, slightly edging things in terms of the stats, and especially attacking wise as well. Our XG quite a bit higher than Arsenal, so I think we deserve this lead going into the sheds. Hopefully we can kick on a little bit in the second half, but quite happy with how things are going at the moment. We will get things back underway with a 2-1 lead. And in fact, we have a highlight here immediately from the restart. Arsenal will get us back underway here. Hopefully our team talk at halftime did help. I told the boys that they were doing well, but just make sure that they do keep it up. But Arsenal switch this out to the goal scorer in Tomiyasu down their right-hand side, but then Luis Diaz is there to get the ball back for us, plays that one back to Virgil van Dijk, and it looks like something might be happening here down our left-hand side, albeit Diaz cuts inside and we get it out to Mo Salah, finds Trent in quite a bit of space. Nice ball back up there for Mo inside the box. He just loses out there, although gets it back from Zinchenko. The ball finds its way inside the box, and it is Ben White with an own goal, and that is a dream start to the second half. We grab a cushion goal. We love cushion goals here on the channel. It's the best form of goal when you just grab that 2-goal advantage. And Mo Salah there nearly lost possession to Zinchenko, but squares it back in Thiago with a shot, it just takes a wicked deflection, and Ben White bundles that into the back of his own net and makes it 3-1 Liverpool. And shortly off the back of that third goal, we're going to make our first substitution here. I feel like we're pretty well in control of this game at the moment. That could change, and one of the reasons it might change, Fabinho has just picked up a yellow card. So I think we're going to make our first substitution. Jordan Henderson will come on for him and just make sure that our DM does not have to ease off tackles. 40 minutes left and we are still 3-1 up. And only a few minutes off the back of that substitution, we are back down the other end here for a free kick to Arsenal. Now it's a handball from Zinchenko, who's already picked up a yellow card, and he gets a second yellow card. That is a little bit surprising given a red card for that, but I suppose 2 yellow cards. And just like that, Arsenal are down to 10 men as we enter the last half hour, still with a 3-1 lead. And we go up to the 66-minute mark now, and it is a corner in our favour. And it is Andy Robertson. He will find the head of Virgil van Dijk, and that will surely put this game to bed now against the 10 men of Arsenal. And hopefully from here, we can kick on and really give these guys a bit of a thumping. But it's another near post corner. This time Robertson picks out Virgil van Dijk and yet again rifles it into that bottom near side corner, and that will make it 4-1 Liverpool. And I think it's time for us now to make a few substitutions. A few players out there are on yellow cards. I think Harvey Elliott can come on here for Luis Diaz as we look to finish this game off now 4-1 up with just over 20 minutes left. And we're just entering the last 15 minutes of this game. Time for us to use our remaining substitutes here. Joel Matip has just picked up a yellow card, so Ibrahima Konate can come on for him. Also Trent down to a red heart, so we will bring on Joe Gomez at right back. And to make things up, I think we can take off Mo Salah, being one of our better players in the team, and also Fabio Carvalho could potentially use a little bit of game time coming back from that injury. We'll switch him around with Harvey Elliott. That's all of our subs used, and we are still 4-1 up here at the Emirates. And not too long off the back of those last substitutions, it is one more highlight here in this game at the 80-minute mark. Of course, there could be more, but I think it's fair to say we are in a very strong position here to be opening up the Premier League with 3 points. And Harvey Elliott, nice ball there. He picks out Thiago, takes that around Aaron's Ramsdale, and he picks up his second goal of the season, and that makes it 5-1 here. And this has been an absolute battering. Obviously, the red card to Zinchenko has made a big difference, but still, even at that stage, we were already 3-1 up, and that's a nice run there from Thiago. I think the defence were occupied with Darwin Núñez, and he tucks it away there at that near post side. Yet again, lovely assist that from Harvey Elliott, and we are 5-1 up here as we enter the last few minutes of this game. A few players now have picked up yellow cards here during the second half. Andy Robertson is the latest. We'll make sure he eases off tackles so we don't get a silly red card late in this one, but it looks like we are going to hold on here for a very, very convincing opening day win. 5-1 away at the Emirates over Arsenal. Lots of goals, and thankfully most of them were in our favour. A pretty good performance, certainly a lot more efficient in front of goal than we were against Manchester City, albeit, as I said, the red card might have helped, but even then, we were already up by a scoreline of 3-1. So a very good performance there to kick off the Premier League season. It should mean with that goal differential, hopefully we'll be top of the table after the first match week off the back of a 5-1 win at the Emirates. And we are back in the inbox off the back of a very, very good opening day win there against Arsenal. Obviously, we were actually the very first match in the Premier League this season, so can't give you guys an update just yet on what has happened in the rest of the first week games. But we'll do a big update in tomorrow's episode before we do get into the action. We're actually going to have quite a bit to cover in tomorrow's episode. The game we're going to come back for, obviously, looking at our next few games, Brighton and Newcastle, I think are games we should hopefully be winning. Decent teams, but off the back of that good start against Arsenal, hopefully we can pick up another 6 points in those games. And then we do have a Merseyside derby at Anfield as we take on Everton. Just before that, the group stage draw for the Champions League as well. So we'll bring that to you guys. Obviously, that is a part of the game, which has had a big improvement going in to FM23 with the UEFA licensing, and especially for the Champions League. And also, we might do deadline day as well, and that's going to be quite important for us here at Liverpool. Still yet to make any moves in the transfer window. We'll do some business on deadline day. It just depends whether we can sell players, what exact business that is going to be. So that is what is coming up In tomorrow's episode, quite a big one, the plan anyway, is the Champions League draw, the Merseyside derby at Anfield, as well as deadline day here. Obviously, with me playing in Iceland for most of last year, didn't actually have deadline day, so looking forward to using that feature yet again. But if you did enjoy today's episode, that good win there over Arsenal, then do remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already and are enjoying this series here on the channel, also remember to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. And until tomorrow for that big episode, including a Merseyside derby at Anfield, thank you very much for watching. Keep on keeping on, and I'll see you then. Cheers. And before we do end things for today's episode, a quick Twitch update. We are going to be live over on Twitch the night that this episode does come out New Zealand time, 7 p.m. New Zealand time, which I'm pretty sure is going to be 7 a.m. UK time, or pretty similar to that, on Monday. And we're going to start off with a bottom at Christmas save. We are going to find out who the club that we are going to take over is. So if you're interested in that, come over and hang out over there. And otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow for that Merseyside derby, the Champions League draw, and deadline day.